Welcome to the Homework Helper. This project was made by Ollie, Zach, and me, Susie. We're 8th grade students at the Village School. This is the table of contents as you see here. We talk about the problem we're facing, the importance of the problem, our solution, and the impact of the solution.
The problem that we are touching on is students struggling with homework.
Homework can be very difficult sometimes. When you don't understand something told in class, you can end up taking a long time trying to research it and end up spending more time understanding the work than actually completing it.
Now we will be talking about the importance of this issue.
For example, I've seen some students use ChatGPT in class. School is all about learning, and using AI in the way that most students do ensures that they will not be learning. Right now, the only option for homework, if you don't get the concept, is either self-teaching or copying off of the internet or using some form of AI, one of which is much easier than the other and is much more used.
Homework Helper does not directly give you answers, but it guides you to it with a step-by-step solution too. Using the Homework Helper teaches you and makes sure that you understand the content as well.
So how will the homework helper impact the field of education, and what can we expect to happen next?
You may be wondering, what now? What does the future hold? I'm sure we're aware that AI is not going to be leaving anytime soon. The field is still developing and companies still see a profit. But rather than provide the public, or at least students, with AI that simply gives them the answers, we should instead provide them with something like the homework helper, which helps guide them along the right path.
Thank you for your time, and we hope you enjoyed our pitch. This is the executable version of the Homework Helper. So let's say I asked it for a factorial. What is a factorial? It's going to tell me like the bold question. To help me understand, you can try multiplying a few small sets of numbers. For example, 1 times 2 equals question mark. 1 times 2 times 3 equals question mark. If I had asked the same thing to another AI, it would have probably just immediately told me the direct answer. See, instead of giving you the definition outright, let's explore it. Think about multiplying numbers together. What happens when you multiply all the whole numbers from 1 up to a certain number? That's the core idea behind a factorial. So let's say is 4 exclamation point equal to 24. It says, that's excellent. You've correctly calculated 1 times 2 times 2 times 4. You're on the right track. That's precisely what 4 exclamation mark means. So yes, that equals 24. And then it asked me more questions, like what would 5 exclamation mark be, and what about 6 exclamation mark? Can you calculate those? So the homework helper is very good for mathematics questions, as well as some other questions, like, let's say, programming. For the programming part, I'm going to be using the web version, the homeworkbuddy.streamlit.app. How would I code a simple Tkinter application? And then it says, hey there, I'm your friendly homework helper. Let's get you started with a simple Tkinter application. But I can't just give you the finished code. Let's build it together. So let's say I want a step by step to making a calculator. So after it loads, it's going to be thinking, and then it'll give me these things called code blocks, where it's very easy. You have the copy button. So let's say I wanted to copy it and then paste it straight into a thing like Replit or Idle. So it tells me how to make a really nice calculator. All right, now I'm going to be showing you the code. This is the code. As you can see, this one is for the web version. We needed to import Streamlit. Streamlit is basically a web hosting service for Python. And then we used Google Generative AI for our AI, and then OS and time. So for this part, we needed to get a CSS style for to get it perfectly the way we wanted it to be, to make like this circular and it says your message and a nice font and these code blocks, and then it has this sidebar, this little side thing where it says what the homework helper is, and then we start with the and then we can go down to the prompt. This is the prompt of our AI, and that's basically it from our code. This code basically tells the AI to only help with the homework of the person, of the question, and not actually give you the direct answer. That is the demonstration of our project.